Hello, you guys. You won't really see my face in the camera today because I am doing chores, but I wanted to come on here for a little bit and just talk about faith. I know probably a lot of y'all, or a lot of us in general, been going through faith attacks, and Satan try to make you think God doesn't love you, God doesn't care about you, and that whatever you're hoping for is not gonna come or gonna happen. And of course, we always gotta remember that he is a liar and the father of them, and that he wants to indict God to me, to you, to make us not trust him and make us rely on our own strength, or make us just rely on him, like how he did with tempting Jesus, talking about he could give him the world and power and all this stuff. And obviously you see a lot of people have done that, like so-called celebrities, influencers, whatever, sell their soul for a check, for status, power, prestige. But yeah, I was going through faith attacks this week, but I watched a few sermons by Pastor Stephen Darby, and it helped me a lot. And he's saying, like, when you're in the middle of a storm, you can't see. Like how when Jesus was on the boat and they were crossing the sea, and how they trusted him to go across, but when they were getting in the middle and they couldn't see, they started like being really scared, fearful, and we're talking to Jesus, saying, you're gonna let us die, we're gonna perish, and you're sleeping, whatever. And Jesus rebuked the storm and said, why your faith so little? Why are you fearing? And Jesus sleep. He wasn't even worried about it. And it's crazy because like the storm was demonic because he rebuked it and then it stopped. And he wasn't fazed by it. He wasn't like, oh my gosh, Satan sent an attack on me. What am I going to do? Am I going to drown? He wasn't worried about that. He was literally sleeping, bro. And it just goes to show. He's like, and he already knows everything. So he was like, well, the storm's here, but God's my father, so I'll be fine. And just kept sleeping. And it's like, we have to have the same mindset. Of course it's hard because we be having anxiety, we be having fear, we be feeling like we need to do something instead of just be still and wait on the Lord and just trust his word, trust his character, and not feel like we need to do something, because otherwise everything will fall apart. Especially when it's like crunch time and you got multiple things happening at once. Like Peter said, thinking not strange when you count it all joy, actually, when you fall into diverse temptations, because the trying of your faith will give patience. And patience, so you're lacking nothing, wanting nothing, I think it says. And it's so true, because like the problem is that we want to be in control, we want to be God, we want things, we want people, we want whatever. And said godliness with contentment is great gain. But we supposed to focus on the things above, not store treasures up on earth, supposed to store them up in heaven. But of course, you have your adult things, bills, food, water, and stuff like that. And God said He provide all our needs, but sometimes we just be wanting more, or we be thinking something really, really bad is gonna happen, and nothing has happened yet, but we be thinking something really bad is gonna happen, and if God doesn't come today, tomorrow, everything's gonna fall apart. Instead of like, okay, nothing's happening right now, and fear is false evidence appearing real. So it's like, nothing's happening right now. Let me just read the word. Read the word, bro. Read the Bible. And speak the word out loud against whatever Satan telling you. Like, I say, yea, thou art walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. No, He's with you. He's literally guiding you through the situation. He's having you go through this for a reason. You have to be like, okay, why? Like for me right now, it's like, why is this not happening, and that not happening? All type of things happen at once. And it's like, Lord, what's going on? But it's like, think back on what He already brought you through. Sorry for background noise. I'm washing clothes. And sometimes when it's unbalanced, it do like a little knocking against the washer. But anyway, yeah, remember what He already took you through. Like for me, He took me through, brought you through. Like my mom dying, losing best friend 10 years, 2 months after that, a month after that, my brother on my dad's side died from overdose with weed with fentanyl in it. And I had no job, car was messing up, all type of stuff. And it's like, God brought me through that. So what can't He bring you through? You might be like, man, why is this happening? And then say make you start doubting God and everything, but then you gotta remember what He already did. It's like, He brought me through that. This ain't nothing. I didn't die then. I felt like I was going to, but I didn't. And then He brought you through whatever else He brought you through. You gotta think about what He did for you. You gotta speak His word out loud, read His word about His character, how we're the apple of His eye, how He loves us, how He has promises for us, how He's a man that He should not lie, how faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen, how He will never leave you nor forsake you, and how He's a good shepherd, and how He clothes the lilies of the field and the birds of the air. How much more will He do for us? We're not supposed to worry about anything, we're supposed to pray about everything. And how He just said every day, take one day at a time. Every day, one day at a time, bro. Some days you're gonna feel like everything is not working out. Some days you're gonna feel like everything's pretty chill. But each day, just remember, God is good. And like He say, oh yeah, I'm tapping my live, get my likes. They say it can track more viewers, allegedly. But yeah, and the day He says, sufficient unto the day is the trouble thereof. So don't be sitting up here worrying about tomorrow. Worry about today. So yeah, man, that's really my little 2 cents that I have for you guys. And I hope you all are doing well. Just trust God, you know. Sometimes it'd be hard. Satan try to make you think you gotta figure it out, but it's like, just pray for grace, strength. Pray for endurance. Pray for Him to help your faith. Pray for Him to pray for you. That's what I'd be asking Jesus sometimes. If life's really hard, I'm like, Jesus, please pray for me. Because literally, you might think you want to go back. You're like, man, start thinking about when you were in the world, how things are so-called easier. You start thinking about how you can maybe change your situation instead of waiting on God to do it. And it's like, bro, it's all just attacking your faith. Attacking. If you don't have that, it's like you just toss with the wind. Like you say, you're supposed to not be tossed. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You toss with the wind, cause you 1 minute you're over here, you're like, okay, I trust God, and then he ain't show up like you wanted. Now you're going over here, and they say you double-minded. You're not gonna receive nothing. You're supposed to stay over there. God not gonna go chase you, and you went somewhere else. You're supposed to stay over there. And since you didn't, now you're not gonna get nothing. And it's easier said than done, but it's like you have to keep trusting. Keep reading the word, renewing your mind, especially about who he is and about faith. Faith and what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, about the purpose of the trial. The trial is more, Pastor Darby was saying, the trial is more precious than whatever it is you're hoping for. Like with David, he was saying David fought a lion and a bear before he fought Goliath. And the fact that he went through those two trials helped him so he could get through the trial of fighting Goliath and not have any worries, not have any fear. Because he was like, God delivered me out of the lion and bear. He's going to deliver me from fighting you. And he was a little rugged little boy, short, but he beat Goliath. And he wouldn't have known how to, or he would have just been fearful. He wouldn't have had the confidence in God to defeat him if he didn't go defeat the lion and the bear. And so it's like the trial you're going through, testing of your faith, is literally always to help you in the now and in the future. And nobody can take away what you learned through the trial and the experience. Nobody can take away like, oh yeah, you lost your mom, you lost this person, you lost that person back to back, and then you get hit with something else like, dang, this is rough, but I remember when God brought me out of that. So I'll be fine. I just gotta keep holding on faith, do what I can, and trusting God will provide. Because he always provides. We just have to stop thinking it has to be how we want it. And stop thinking that it has to be when we want it. Because God, remember, is not about us. And our life is not about us. Our life is not our own. Our life is about Jesus living in us, fulfilling the plan that God has for us, and us being obedient. That's what it's about. It's not about, I think this should happen, I want this to happen, this should happen like this, why this not happen like that. Of course, we'll have our questions, because we always be trying to, our brain be trying to protect us from stuff, and keep us safe and all this stuff. But sometimes it'd be our worst enemy, especially when demons start talking and whispering lies in your ears. So, like I said, just remember who God is, what He done for you already. Read the Word and write down scriptures that help you when you have you feeling weak, you feeling like your faith is wearing. Write down scriptures about God's character and about overcoming. Scriptures about how He always will bring you through. Like one of my favorites is Psalm 34:19, and many are the persecutions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. And so it say you're gonna have many persecutions, many afflictions, but God delivers you out of them all. So you just gotta remember that. Remember, you're not gonna be here forever. And remember also that it's like suffering. I think Paul was saying, the suffering now that we're experiencing can't be compared to the joy that's gonna come. And Paul went through so many different things. So it's like, if Paul could say that, no, he got beat, he got stoned, he got imprisoned, he got took all over the place with these judges. He got shipwrecked, bit by a snake, he got left in prison, all types of stuff. And yet he still said all these positive things. He learned to be content no matter what. And it's like, only way he could get through that is because God was with him. And he said that. He said, I forgot who he said forsook him, but he said, only Luke was with me. And he was like, God was with me. I wasn't alone. And you just have faith, bro. Because all the stuff he went through, he was like, man, God carried me through all that. I didn't die. I didn't perish. So, that's what you gotta remember. Just gotta remember those things. But yeah, anyways, I am going to get off of here. And just always also watch encouraging videos. I recommend Pastor Stephen Darby because he literally is my favorite pastor ever. And whoever else you can find, watch people that give you encouraging word. And listen to gospel music, worship, praise God, even though you don't feel like it, even though you're going through it. Worship, because you put on the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. I think that's in Isaiah. So, yeah, that's that. And I hope the video helps you. What's today? Friday. Lord willing, I should be on here Monday and go live again. Probably finish up with my Bible study I didn't finish last week. Or maybe it was the week before, whatever. But I think I have 45 verses to speak on. I did 15, so I got like 30 more. And for the lesson. But anyway, yes, thank you for listening to my little rant. But I shall see you guys soon. And yeah, just stay strong, praying for you. Know that you're not alone. Know that, like it says in the Bible, that your brothers and sisters around the world are also going through what you're going through. So know that you're not alone. But yeah, take care and God bless.